Hey everyone, welcome to PopXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the PopXP channel.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here and the duck stick with teen sensation Billy Tucci, and we've got a Swiss Army of a knife creator here, Mr. Adam Lawson, joining us tonight. And gentlemen, it's so good to be with you. First live week, show of the week. We got a great guest. I'm pumped. I'm excited.
We have the duck stick.
Yes, we have the duck stick.
I mean,
better than my duck.
Who authorized the duck stick?
The duck stick. All hail the duck stick.
Hail the duck stick. All hail the duck stick.
Does everyone just have 15 minutes so we can just talk to you all about the duck stick?
Let's just talk about it. Well, what are we talking about all hail? Let's talk about our guest today.
Yeah, I know. I'm super pumped. I mean, talk about an inspiration in comics, independent comics. Starting a YouTube channel a few years ago, going into the independent scene, bringing back his IP, and just literally developing this whole, market for indie comics, right? Taking it right down to full-on publishing, talking warehouses, all this other stuff. I mean, absolutely unbelievable, man. And 25-plus year friend of yours, Billy?
Yeah, yep. I met him when he was just a wee lass. We were both wee lasses. No, we were wee laddies.
Wee laddies.
No, we were wee laddies, and we had. He's always been a great friend, very selfless,
Yes.
and just fun guy to hang out with. We've had some fun adventures. A lot we can't talk about, but aside from that, a wonderful creator in his own right, an empire building, and you aptly titled this show.
Yes,
Nile
the
Scala.
rise of all caps comics. So without further ado, everyone, let's please welcome your favorite, Mr. ETHAN VAN SCIVER. Yo! What is up, man?
This show is so high tech. I love it. That was awesome. How do you do that?
It's magic.
I've got are never-ending story clips with me as what's his name, Lamal from Kajagoogoo. You guys actually have good content.
God, I'm
impressed.
To see that right now.
Amazing. Great to be here. Great to be on PopXP.
Yes, great to have you back.
You guys talk to everyone. You guys talk to everyone all around the comic book industry. This is the show where the best information gets out to the people, to the customers. Adam, it's a pleasure to meet you at last, at long last.
Likewise.
And Billy, how are you?
I'm all right, I guess. I'm pretty good. Hanging with my buddies, my bros, so that's great. And I love normalizing outlaws.
Yeah.
No F's are given, and that's what we are. But I got
to keep him. You got to keep him reined in.
I know.
I think Deborah does a good job of reining that in and saying, "Hey, listen, I need some pages. I need some pages." She does not let him go a day without pages. No.
I was bagging and boarding books today, Ethan. Now with your empire building with all caps comics, do you have a bag and board books? Wait, what is that? What are you holding?
This is Starblades, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Ritter's Starblades from All Caps Comics is our current comic book that's being fulfilled right now. This is hitting mailboxes all over the world, and the reaction to Starblades has been absolute hysteria. People are saying this is like one of the greatest comic books ever to be published. Ever to be published.
Ever.
Wow. They're not exaggerating either.
Bold.
It is one of the best comic books to ever be published, and of course, it's got the Laughing Man on it, so you know it's quality. This is like the Borden cow in the 1950s. You know it's good for your family. You want to buy it. It's healthy. It's good for your bones.
Yeah.
Build strong muscles. Starblades. Kyle Ritter's. What can I tell you? What is that noise? It sounds like the goddamn eraser head.
There we go. Sorry, Adam.
There's clinging and clanging like
He's outside of a construction site or something.
what is going? I mean, my God. Sorry, Adam. I thought it was Billy, and I got to yell at Billy, but it wasn't Billy this time.
Damn, I was hoping it was Billy too.
No, turn it on. I like it.
Now you guys apologize me. I'm a professional, man.
I'm sorry, Billy.
I'm at a condo right downtown Burbank, and I'm right over the edge of the city, so I get the fun. I get the noise.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, it was freaking me out for a minute there. I'm just like, holy cow. Starblades by Kyle Ritter, auteur genius, also known as Deaf Colorist on Twitter. And this is great. So this is by the way,
wow,
some publisher I am. I printed these. Okay, first of all, I announced that we're going to be publishing Starblades. Everybody got excited. I put in the order to the printer. Okay. And then I left the campaign open for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. $35,000 in additional funding later. I'd already placed my print order. This is the magic of All Caps Comics. I'm the Willy Wonka of indie comics, who can make a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew. Yeah, pop these in a bag and board and ship them all to you. All Caps can.
Man can.
Where are the golden tickets coming out?
Yeah, well, this is look. It literally is a golden ticket.
It is a golden ticket. Oh man,
it is a golden ticket.
Golden.
So we got these. Anyway, we're sold out. Okay, and there are a lot of people who are saying I missed it. I didn't back it. Biatch, we ran this thing for 2 years. You couldn't get yourself to back this in 2 years.
I backed it. I made the cutoff.
Okay, so you made the cutoff. Other people did not, and that's fine. We are officially like sold out of this comic book. But if you did back it, it's hitting your mailbox. We're 1/3 of the way through fulfillment. It's an enormous project, of course. Fulfillment always is. We take customer service very seriously. 1/3 of the way through, and realizing, we are sold out. We're going to have to go to a second printing. We have the second printing cover all ready to go. We've got the campaign. We're going to do a hat. We're going to do a T-shirt. We're going to do whatever Kyle wants. Kyle's a big dog,
yes,
dude, he's in all seriousness. He's one hell of a colorist.
He sure is.
Like, ridiculous.
One hell of
the Kyle Ritter Appreciation Edition. It's not a second printing. It's the Kyle Ritter Appreciation Edition.
Well, I think it would be the Kyle Ritter Appreciates His Fans edition. Kyle Ritter, we're very grateful that he's a part of All Caps Comics. We take care of him. We take care of all our creators, Billy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of that, you're expanding the All Caps universe.
Is that the word you want to use? You want to say the All Caps universe.
Publishing empire. Let's not say universe, but the publishing aspects.
Yes, we are. We've got
universes yet.
Yes, we are. We're doing. Okay, so first of all Caps Comics is Cyberfrog at the heart. Salamandroid, of course, his big brother. We've got Dale Keown of Hulk fame working on a Salamandroid book for us.
Oh, that's why I spent
very exciting.
Commission because of Dale Keown, and I'm like, oh my god,
his pin images still live with me. Yeah.
He's my favorite artist other than Billy, and we'll get Billy to do something for it. See me sweet. This is how I get stuff done. This is how how do you do it? I sweet talk. I'm like, Billy, we'll get Billy. We treat our creators good, but Billy's my favorite. Okay. Billy will eventually be published through All Caps. This I forswear. Anyway, we've got that. We've got Salamandroid. We've got Rainbow the Brute. We've got My Girthy Stallion, which is going to be a fantastic series, underrated. We've got Kurt Metzger working on Cool Story Bro with some of the greatest artists in comics.
I want to do a Cool Story Bro.
Do you really?
Yes, I want to do it. I want to do one. I have an idea, German of an idea, but I want to.
You know what Cool Story Bro is? You know what the whole idea is?
Let the audience know out there, because I'm not sure if Adam is aware of it.
Cool Story Bro is part of the Rainbow the Brute campaign. It's when we take these toxically feminine properties. I mean, these are traditionally fairy tales that appeal only to women, and they don't say anything to men. In fact, I think they undermine our boys. You've got Sleeping Beauty. Oh, it's all about her. Is it Cinderella? Oh, it's all about Cinderella. What about our boys?
Yeah.
What about the messages that we're sending to our boys? So it's about time. You've got Rainbow the Brute. Rainbow the Brute takes these toxically feminine properties like Rainbow Bright and My Little Pony and the Smurfs. So it's the communist allegory. We're tired of it. We're not the Snorks, though.
Fucking hate.
We're all American.
I hate communists.
Not the Snorks. But sure, Strawberry Shortcake, Cabbage Patch Kids, all of these things that send harmful, dangerous messages to our boys. We're going to change all that. That's what Rainbow the Brute is. But there's a book within the Rainbow the Brute campaign called Cool Story Bro, where we take fairy tales and Aesop's fables and nursery rhymes that have a feminine slant to them, and we make them unapologetically masculine.
Excellent.
And that's what it is. Now we got Kurt Metzger is working on Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Beauty and the Beast traditionally, I'm a big masculine, horrifying man. But maybe if I just simp to this beautiful woman, maybe she'll see. No, that's not okay. You're allowed to be a big, filthy, hairy beast of a man. Here's how you get beauty. You neg her. You say to her, "You eating again?"
What?
All right. You say that to her. You say things like that to Beauty, and eventually it's called negging. It's part of the game. It's about Nile. You don't know any of this?
No, I got confused because he muted himself, and I was like, "What is going on here?"
No.
Everyone's muting themselves.
I'm on a tirade. I'm not interrupting anyone.
My house is a coven of toxic masculinity.
I heard screaming and muting and all these masculine things.
Beat him, and then I'm like, beat him yourself. Go get him. So I sent him back out there to go fight his brother.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
That's right. Should I hit him alive? Can I bring him in here?
Billy Tucci in the world.
Yes, all men should look like George the Animal Steel.
Billy Tucci is the man to be writing a cool story, bro. He knows how to raise young men, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to raise young men into men, boys into men.
I have one on the way, so I'm interested in the topic.
Dude, it comes natural.
Very good.
If you're a real man.
This is going to be a book that you'll hand down to your grandkids. I've got my stories called Bro White. It's about a fat, lazy gamer whose wife tries to kill him with a cinder block in his sleep. So he runs away to the forest where he finds a cottage filled with 7 dwarf women who are called the 7 Little Biatches, who do his every bidding while he plays video games. They bring him Doritos. They rub his feet. They give him money.
Excellent.
I love this.
And he plays Call of Duty 4. And that's it. That's the story. The end. It ended happily. And his wife who tried to kill him with a cinder block is arrested, thrown in prison.
Taken away.
Like that. Yeah, of course. She loses. It's important that we win and they lose. So that's what Cool Story Bro is going to be. Rainbow the Brute. Okay, so we've got that. We've here's how we've also expanded. We've got Starblades. We've got Snowman. We've got Trent Kanuga's Creed. And then recently we announced we are merging with your boy Zach, Richard C. Myers' classic Comicsgate epic team of mercs, former superheroes turned mercs, the Jawbreakers.
Yes.
So starting with Jawbreakers 4, Jawbreakers Forever, we're going to be publishing that. We're going to get the biggest artists, the biggest creators, and we're going to make Jawbreakers a major priority at All Caps Comics.
Awesome. And Steve says All Caps cares about customers and quality comics.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Good news.
Fun.
How long has this been, Ethan? This seems like a pretty meteoric rise. I mean, how long has it taken from first launch of Cyberfrog till now to expand this much?
That's the word expand that I just...
Sorry, that's the word expand. To add these many players to...
What word would you like? What word?
I keep having to get new belts. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like I'm on the last loop of my newest belt. And the belts, by the way, the way they size belts, it's not fair.
What about
I don't have a 48-inch waist. You know what I mean?
But erected.
I like that word better. How long has it taken you to erect?
Erect.
That's good. Yeah.
All caps.
Very, very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, look,
2017, right? You started 2017. Is that when
2018 was
2018.
The first
door closed on
Cyberpunk?
2018.
Yeah.
On mainstream on Ethan Van Sciver. I remember we had that conversation. They were gunning for you. And then, like you said, they don't fire you per se. They just don't renew your contract or give you any books.
I love the
sort of a very Adam. It's a very passive aggressive way of getting rid of you. And so here's my boy here, and he's like, the hell with this. I'm going all caps erection, like a Saturn V rocket.
Well, look, I knew I had some people who were reading my comics, and I had a I had a YouTube channel. I still do, in which I figured I could ask my subscribers, people who were supporting me, to consider supporting me in my comic book career and going indie comics. And I wanted to. It's okay to leave DC Comics, guys.
Yes.
It's okay. Yeah. You don't have to stay at DC Comics. You don't have to. Here's why. Here's the truth. Here's why I really had to leave. Now, if you would share my screen for 1 minute.
Yes.
I refused to wear this rainbow flag Superman shirt. I refused. That's what it was. I didn't want to post things like this all the time. I didn't want to have to virtue signal. I didn't want to have to reassure people that I was not a racist, sexist, homophobe every single day. Virtue signaling is...
You don't have to take an oath not to beat women and rape them.
You have to, yes, exactly. I promise, I swear, I'm not going to abuse women. I'm harmless, everyone. I'm not going to hurt anyone. I'm proud of you if you're a homophobe, what is this? Oh, it's a day against. Homophobia, biphobia, intersexism, and transphobia. I didn't want to have to do this all the time. I don't want to. And this is what the mainstream is now. You have to full-time virtue signal to let people know that you are not a monster. And I am a monster, okay? I am. I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't want to have to pretend I'm not. I don't want to have to sit there and put on these little shows to reassure people that I don't have any testicles. I do have testicles. I'm very proud of it. Yes. So that is the whole thing. And by the way, ladies, I see you over there. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing to comics, if you know what I mean. I see it.
We all.
So that's where I stand, and a lot of people stand with me on that. In that regard, a lot of people are seeing what's going on to the mainstream comic book industry. That comics are less and less about fun stories, escapist, adventurous stories, fantasies, mostly for boys, and they've always been. And there are some girls who like that kind of fantasy. These books are now all about full-time virtue signaling and letting people know that you care. You really care. Well, I don't care, Billy. I don't care.
I don't care either. And I do a book with a female lead that I've been, doing for 27 years now.
You are she.
You are she, man.
You are she.
The hips and all, man. You got it all.
The hips don't lie, baby. The hips don't lie.
Yeah, but what's funny too is now they're cannibalizing on themselves. It's incredible to watch.
They've lost focus.
Yeah.
And I say that kindly to those of them who still care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, that you what social causes you embrace when the entire industry is crumbling. When only 2 or 3 books per month break 100,000, and that's with the effort of dozens and dozens of predatory variant cover scams that force retailers to purchase product that is unsellable and unreturnable in order to get something that might be sellable, and maybe they'll make their money back. I thought we were creating comic books that people wanted to read. The entire middle class, to talk like a liberal for a minute, the entire middle class in comics has been completely decimated. You're one of the 3 books that's selling 100,000 copies because you have 36 variant covers that you've scammed other retailers into purchasing, or your book is selling 20,000, and that's if you're lucky. And there's nothing in between anymore. And I blame a lot of people, mostly women. I blame mostly women for this. I point the finger of scorn at them. But also the guys who allowed this to happen.
Well, there's some moronic. There's a lot of morons running the mainstream comics.
That's right.
Sorry,
Adam. I got Adam in here, and I'm yelling at women.
They don't have a touch on reality. They don't care because they work for these major corporations, and there's no accountability for their actions whatsoever.
That's right.
The books bomb.
Yeah.
No matter how.
And they keep making more books that just keep bombing and bombing and bombing, and they're literally like, here's one, okay, then that's gone, then another one bombs, that's gone. It's just they keep going and going and going and going, and it's just digging this hole deeper and deeper. But it's making indie comics and crowdfunding look so much better.
Yeah.
Well, that is a really exciting thing. That's a really exciting thing about it, right? Is that the Kickstarter did 22 million in sales last year on comic books on just the Kickstarter side. I don't know the exact numbers for Indiegogo side, which is where my books are, but it's like I feel like that's an astounding number. You know what I mean? To be doing an indie comics. Ethan, when we think 15 years ago, trying to buy an indie comic, it was like you didn't even know where to go. Like, where could you get that? Your shop might have 3. You didn't have anywhere to get it, and now there's so much availability of it. It's the most exciting time, I think. It feels like the Wild West.
New golden age. This is a new golden age.
It feels like the Wild West.
Of creator-owned books. It really is
a new golden age indeed. And I just want to thank Jason here for the $10 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Bradley Golden.
Bradley Golden just popped up. Hello, guys. How are you?
Wow, Bradley, that might gotta be our biggest super chat ever. Wouldn't you say, Niall?
Keep them coming, guys.
I think it has. I think it's the
You
best,
want me to yell at women? Keep those super chats coming. If you want me to yell at women in comics, keep those big super chats coming. That's what YouTube is all about, essentially.
I like yelling at the sea hags, no matter what. No matter
all he does is he just yells at women on this.
What sex they identify as. Sea hag is a sea hag, and this industry is infested with sea hags.
Yeah,
we need more duck sticks.
We need more duck
sticks in the water. I gotta say something.
I think that happens with any. I work on the television film side. I think at any time somebody reaches a place where you're a big umbrella company, and what you're doing doesn't necessarily have to exactly return a profit. Then it starts to become about other things.
That's right.
Right.
Nobody's watching you. You can.
Yeah, it can become about other things. And DC was, a lot of people were really upset when they moved it to Los Angeles. They're here in Burbank. Jim Lee erected a statue 1 block from my house.
Erected.
Once again, which is beautiful. But now there's a lot of oversight coming in, and it's changing things. And it's the unfortunate world where when you don't have to be accountable,
how amazing is it? You just brought up something fascinating. They fired 2/3 of their staff last year. How sad is it that those people who got fired had to walk past that golden Batman statue on their way to their car with the boxes from their desks in their hands? How degrading is that? We put up a Batman statue, though. Sorry that you lost your job because of our incompetence. But you're exactly right. The whole thing is you're part of a big mega corporation that doesn't care if you're turning a profit. So the best that you can do, since you can't turn a profit anyway, is to sit there and virtue signal what you think the social and political interests of this corporation are. Comicsgate comics are entirely dead for that reason, because there can't be art anymore. Nobody can come out there and express a point of view like Billy's. Nobody can come in there and make a comic book with any point of view that the big corporation, wouldn't approve of because it would affect their branding. At that point, art can't be made. You've got to go, guys. If you're still working for the mainstream, you have to leave. It doesn't matter if you are politically conservative or liberal. You got to go. There's no freedom of expression anymore. You work for a big corporation. You left this. That should be anathema to you.
Yeah, and
you should be disgusted by that.
Yeah, and what's interesting too is that you have these creators defending these corporate succubuses, to the high heavens, defending them, like they're their parents or something, or they're related to them, and these people don't. These corporations don't give a shit about these. Many of these artists haven't worked for these mainstream corporations in a decade or more. Well, they're on Twitter, like you said, virtue signaling or kissing ass or whatever. And again, if anything says it, and you brought this up from the very beginning, a little over a year ago, pencils down. That unless you were the creme de la creme and you were in their clique, if you were the middle class comic book creator, right? Let's go with the middle class, as you say. There's no middle class. You have your wealthy up in their ivory towers, or you have the dredge on the bottom who are getting books because of who they are, because of this socialistic attitude. The middle class, the working man, the ones that drive the gears, the ones that make the country run, make the industry run, they were told to put their damn pencils down. You're not going to get paid a measly $100 a page to pencil the Flash. Sorry, you're not. We can't afford that.
Well, they're trying to defend their big break. They think it's going to happen. You know, they're going to stick in and see if they get that big break and be the next big guy.
They live in fear.
But I think the key is, like Papa Megiddo says, my wife said to keep yelling at them damn women.
Yes.
Thanks for the super chat, Papa.
Your wife's a good woman.
I'm sure the
kitchen is spotless.
While we're on it, North Free, thanks for the $5 super chat. Does anyone know how DC has been faring without Diamond? I haven't really heard too much on the distribution end.
I have not.
Don't know.
I don't care. I really don't care about it. I feel bad for the retailers, and you know, I guess, and fans who won't get their books or they'll get their books late and all. But I think it's I'm kind of ambiguous. I'm busy, which is good. I'm too busy to worry about that.
Yeah, we got a $10 super chat from Fizz Pop. I'm actually excited about the future of comics. We are witnessing the creation of new myths. I agree.
Yeah.
See, this is what I think is the most exciting time, and I felt so strongly about this, is it's like, it doesn't matter if DC or Marvel reinvents their own stories that have been told for 70 years that the people running it didn't make. What's cool is we have a chance now to make the new stories that the young generation cares about, because the young generation doesn't know who He-Man is, and they don't care about him. We do, right? They don't care about the things that are getting revamped because they didn't grow up with them. And so this is a really exciting time to build the new myths that for the next generation. And I think that's I ran a series for 4 years called Escape the Night, and it was so exciting to see, because we had a huge fan base of young kids, and to see like this became their summer show to binge. Their summer parties were about this, and like to be able to build something that that becomes the new myth that kids love.
We've got to do it, because if we don't do it, Japan is. And then your kids are going to be raised on tentacle porn. And I got to tell you, it's all about America. America's got to stand up. We can do it. We can create stuff better than tentacle porn, I think.
Yes, we can. Heck yes, we can.
Eventually.
Why is it me, or is it that like anime and stuff isn't getting attacked like, you know, the traditional comics?
Manga doesn't. Manga misses it. It's just in another league. I don't know why.
Why? It's like some of that stuff. I'm like, holy shit! What is this? What am I watching? Yeah, no one says anything.
It's weird.
Is it because
we're losing to
it makes
them?
A lot of money. We are
losing to them. We're losing our asses to
all the
Japanese
top comics
right
are
now.
Japanese. Yeah. Top sales and everything, I believe.
Top 20 trades are all Viz Media. I mean, Viz Media essentially won. I mean,
mute yourself, Adam. No, I'm joking.
sorry, apologize.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And unless you do something now but there is an audience. There is an audience pining for this. Like I said, look at the rise of all caps comics. Look what Ethan is doing now. Ethan is coming in and he's partnering with other creators and saying, "You create the content." I have been fortunate enough to build this structure, to build this foundation, and then let me come in, let me help you, let me publish for you. You'll be like an Image Comics, right? Robert Kirkman doesn't have to sit there boxing all his damn books up and everything like that.
Yeah, I like
Andrea
it.
will do it.
Yeah, we got to get to a point where Andrea doesn't have to do it either.
Andrea and Debbie, we'll have.
Yeah. We're hiring more people. That's the important thing is to actually put this stuff into play. We're starting to just make strictly in the USA. That's another thing. Because the Chinese. You know what I mean about the Chinese?
Well,
as manga isn't woke. $2. Thank you, Tim.
What they did, Billy, was I printed Cyberfrog warts and all. This is, of course, the complete 90s omnibus. They printed it, and then they're selling it over there.
The Chi-Coms are doing it.
These communists.
Oh, man, that's
what they're doing.
That's rough.
They're pirating your stuff, your intellectual property rights, just like they pirate everything.
Being pirated by the Chinese.
By the Chi-Coms. You're being pirated by the Chi-Coms.
The communist Chinese, yeah.
My God.
It seems like that's what happens to most creators when they ship their books over to get printed, though. They're usually finding it that it's getting sold over there, obviously by like a whole another company, because they're just ripping off whatever's been sent over.
Well, I use and
that's depressing.
Yeah,
that's super depressing.
I do the same thing as I'm doing what you're doing, Ethan. We're all made in the USA with all our books.
We have to.
And I have API printing, and they've been fantastic for us. I don't know if you saw the video. There were some problems with our books being printed, and they left my books sitting there. The books were printed, and there was some kind of calculating, whatever it was, scheduling mistake, something. They printed my books, and then they left them on the floor for a week without binding them. So they did a rush binding, and my representative, Robert Smith, at API Printing, loaded up my comics, went from Georgia to Tennessee to the plant with Joseph Healy, loaded up all 5,000 of our comics that the people ordered into a trailer and drove them 14, 15 hours from, or more, 21 hours, I think it was, from Tennessee to Long Island to deliver my books by Monday. How bad? See, that's Americanism right there.
That is amazing. That is
Americanism right there, and he's a patriot.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to go with. And we.
Andy has a sweet RV.
He's got a sweet RV, dude.
Where's the all caps RV?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
we're working on that. We're working on the all caps yacht, but also the all caps shipping barge. The all caps shipping barge. We'll be able to ship all caps comics across the sea into other countries. It's very important that we get our message out there to people and let people see. People need to read our books.
You know what there should be, Ethan? There should be an all caps celebration weekend where you have it at the office, at the studio, and then everyone comes. It's a fulfillment celebration, and they come for a weekend. You have little special giveaways, sort of like what Brian Polito did with his Coffin Comics thing.
Yeah.
And, they stay, whether they want to stay at a hotel or something like that, but you have a Saturday and you have a big old friggin' party.
And I just make everybody pack up my comics?
No, they don't. No. They pick them up. They pick them up.
Okay.
I like that. That's like
the pack up. That's great. But if they don't want to pack them up, if they're already packed up, they come and they get them. You make an event out of it. You make your own event.
Are you talking like the Coffin weekend where they?
Yeah.
That's like it's like a private convention.
It's like a little convention. Yeah.
Yeah. So you bring in like all your artists and stuff, everyone that's working on your books. You rent out your own little space and you do your own little private all caps convention. That's what Polito does. It's like a big party.
He could do it at his
They pay to come and do all that crap.
That Polito's a crafty guy. In the 80s, they had painting parties. Come on over and help me paint my house.
I know.
Make a party out of it.
I tried to do that. No one came.
Yeah, I mean, I just, that's what I'm picturing. That's what I'm imagining that you're describing. And trust me, I like the idea. I need to put some of these people to work. Some of these people in the chat. Some of the people in the chat right now running their mouths. You need to come over here and start shipping these comics to yourselves.
I like this one. An all caps condom. Put a cap on it. So you don't have to have unwanted children put a cap on your life.
Well, I like the idea of the condoms until somebody said there could be a Cyberfrog size and a Salamandroid size. And I went,
that's funny. That's very funny.
I'll take a box of Salamandroids.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to sell a ton of Salamandroids to people who they're not even going to fit. People are just, and then all kinds of venereal disease is going to happen and they're going to lay it at my door. I don't want that responsibility. You
could make them adjustable and you rip off where you need the right size.
Cyber skin. They're riveted for her pleasure.
Riveted for her pleasure.
Look at that.
This is a think tank session right here.
They've already thought of all
business opportunities galore happening right now.
Business development.
Now, what about this one? We have wait. I'm sorry.
Reusable.
Cecil size. Now, Cecil's back. Cecil's back on Twitter.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Ethan?
I think he should take his punishment like a man, and his punishment is disappearing into obscurity forever. And I think that, this is the problem. Cecil went after Bryce Dallas Howard. That's Ron Howard, American icon. Opie Cunningham went after him, went after his daughter. She posted a photograph. Huh? Well, I mean, look, to be fair, she posted a photograph of herself out in the wilderness. And by the wilderness, I mean, in her own backyard, I think, because it wasn't really that wild out there. But she said, I'm really enjoying getting out into the open air and enjoying nature again. And she's wearing a mask over the lower half of her face, and there's nobody around. So, I mean, you can't even see nature. The photograph is this, okay? You can see little nature, shrubs and things behind her. It's a little crabgrass. And mostly what you see is this.
Oh, jeez.
And at that point, you know it's a virtue signal.
Absolutely.
I'm wearing a mask and there's no one around and I'm in the middle of nowhere. And Cecil said to her, he said, serious question, are you? And then he used the R word for somebody who has Down syndrome.
Oh, okay.
And that was a serious question. He just wanted to know. And they banned him off of YouTube, off of Twitter. Banned him for that. And I personally think they were completely justified because it wasn't a serious question. It's obvious that she was, and you didn't need to ask her. So Cecil is gone from Twitter. He deserves it. He deserves his punishment. People are saying in the chat it was a valid question. It was a fair question. Cecil did nothing wrong. I leave that up to Twitter. Jack, I want to know what Jack thinks of it. All right, here we go.
We got a $2 super chat from OC Steve. Will pie be served at this all caps gala weekend?
There you go.
Yeah, it will be BYOP. So I guess, you know, if you bring it.
Dip Trippy, how do I get an all caps baseball hat? I looked on the eBay store.
We are temporarily sold out. I have a new order coming in, 300 new hats. They're going to sell out too. I should have ordered more. But we have, they'll be here July 6th. So we'll put them up on eBay post haste. And, you know, we're dying to put stuff up on eBay. I mean, we can't wait. We can't wait. We're excited about it. We got the Salamandroid t-shirt. The Dale Keown Cyberfrog t-shirt is coming in. That's being printed this Thursday. So we'll have those next week. Limited quantities.
Nice. Wow.
5XL.
I didn't know. I think we do 3. We might do 4XL or 3XL, but I didn't know there was a 5XL.
Oh,
there is a 5XL, but the problem is that the image size doesn't change. So here's the thing, you know, it's like you get a 5XL and the image looks like this on your chest, and you should be embarrassed. You know?
I think they're used to that, though. If someone's a 5XL, he's used to that.
Yeah.
Because everyone does that.
I said to them, can't you do something to not humiliate my slightly more to
so
love
it's going to
fans?
sit in the cleavage, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I said, please, can we do something to not embarrass them? And they said no. And I said, all right, so let's make it funny then.
200 Watt Studio, thanks for $2 super chat. Hail, where are the white gals this fine evening?
Where are any gals this evening?
They're busy ruining Star Wars.
They're trying to pre-order these 5XLs.
That's what they're looking for, the 5XL dress.
Yeah.
Just put a belt on, and it makes a little dress. Yep. So, man, Ethan, I got to ask, though, dude, you've like, you know, you're doing the crowdfunding thing, then you're posting videos, you got a warehouse, you got a van, you got a warehouse.
Ethan Van driver.
Packing all this stuff. I mean, it almost seems like it was just like instantaneous, like all of a sudden with the major boom, just all of a sudden the van, then the warehouse.
It seemed like that to you, but you weren't there like with me crying in the rain. Like you weren't there like during the hard times. You guys are here now during the glory times. You know, it's like, where were you when I was, you know, rolling around in poison ivy, like weeping, like openly out in my backyard? It's never going to get better, is it? Where were you? You know, now it seems, oh, it happened so easily. How did you do it? A lot of nights of rolling around crying in poison ivy in the backyard, praying for something good to happen. And then God said, buy a big van, buy a, that wasn't God, that was Dan Fraga. He said, buy a Mercedes Sprinter. Those things are the shit. They're party vans. He was wrong. They're not party vans. Nothing fun about it.
It's a cavernous, empty, steel, cold.
Yeah. I have not felt like throwing a party in there, you know, at all.
Well, you could.
You know, all successes appear to the outside world like they just happened quickly, but they omit the 10 years of suffering and wandering around in the dark. You know, I mean, I think when I sold my first television show, that there was 127 pitches before that they did not buy, that they said were terrible, and there's crying.
Yeah, there's crying and
and poison ivy.
Yeah, they don't realize that.
And you doubt yourself, and you feel like it's never going to be, and then you know you start to. It's a lot.
Did you get Lyme disease too? Like when you were waiting for the success to happen to you?
I did not get Lyme disease. Fortunately, I missed out. You did. Okay,
yes,
you got it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, on a lighter note, Adrian Barrera, $5 super chat. Thanks. Hail all. I got a question and a comment. Billy, I can't wait for Miss Fury Joy Division. EVS, when will the Cyberfrog warts and all be available on eBay?
That's a good question. We are moments away from being able to fulfill Cyberfrog warts and all. Cyberfrog warts and all, of course. Billy, remember all the comics I did in the 1990s that were about the frog? So that's what this is. I drew Eric Larson's. Remember Eric Larson drew Heather Swain. He did a horrible job. I redrew his Heather Swain, and it looks so good. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, she's hot. She's smoking hot.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like a girl next door, but like, you know, if you're Hugh Hefner, you know, that's.
Do you have the Eric Larson image inside the book somewhere? The original?
Yes, I do. I do have it. This is complete. You understand? This is not. We don't leave anything out. So here's the original. It basically looks like Peg Bundy here. You understand?
Oh yeah.
Lord, she does.
All right, so that's the original, and then let me refresh your memory.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Now, Ethan, I gotta ask you a question. What was the most obscure white whale, hardest acquisition of Cyberfrog art, paraphernalia, anything that you were able to get your hands on for this book? Was there one thing like, oh, I did a little sketch and I gave it to somebody and I wonder where that went? You know, was there something that was your white whale, but you were able to attain it and you had that sucker?
Well, the good news is that we had files from Harris Comics that were available. Harris Comics tortured me when I first went over there. They said, you want your book to be in color, right? I said, yeah. They said, well, we've got this thing called computer coloring. And they showed me samples of computer coloring that I could have on my book. And I've printed those samples here
larger, Nile?
so that you can see the pain. I want you to just look at the computer colors here of 1995. And I want you to understand how torturous they are.
Is that Cyberfrog on top in the gray?
You would think so, but that's Deathfly.
Okay.
Look at this pitch that they had. Cyberfrog.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah.
Cyberfrog. It's not what you might think.
Wow, that's.
It's a hell of a catch line.
Damn, you should have came to me with it. I would have published it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have appreciated your help at that point. But all of that stuff is in here, and there's my tortured. I want you to understand that I write, you know, the songs that make the whole world sing. I actually write long essays in here about my personal problems that I want you to know about. Lots of captions where I sell people out. You know, I call people names.
Nice.
I do yell about women in here a little bit. I think. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that I do. And you know, there's a lot to look at, a lot to read. This you'll probably get. You might get 1/3 of the way through this before you throw in the garbage. I hope. No. That's my ambition. Before you give up and go.
How many pages is Warts and All?
320. No. 418.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot of garbage. We put it all in one book. So we're going to be fulfilling this. This is the trade paperback. The real version is a hardcover. It comes with a nice extra bonus book that's even worse. And we're going to be distributing these to you guys. Whatever's left, we'll be putting on eBay so that you'll be able to get them. The trade paperback has not been for sale yet. It will be an eBay exclusive. So if you don't want a hardcover, then you can get the trade paperback instead. So it's the same. It's just, trade paperback.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you. So we heard what makes you mad. You're talking about, you like complaining about women. What makes you happy? What makes Ethan Van Sciver happy?
YouTube. I really like it. I like being on YouTube. I like doing live streams. I like when my subscribers say wonderful, kind things to me, which they do often. I mean, most of what they say to me is nice, and it really cheers me up. I like frogs. I like to rescue them from my pool filters. Adam, this is the whole thing. I wake up every morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah, tell me about this.
Okay, so this is important. 5 a.m. I'm up. Sun is out. Okay. All right.
It is.
So I go out there and I look into the pool. I stand there, usually in my underpants. And I'll tell you this, there are trees so I could be naked if I wanted to. This is my property. I can do what I want. I don't want to hear from my neighbors, any Puritans out there. It's my land. So I go out there, I stand by my pool and I look in and I look for this. I look for this. This is the legs of a frog kicking through the water. I look for that. If I see that, I dive into the water like Tarzan and I rescue them because frogs drink through their skin. And you don't want them to drink chlorine.
Chlorine, yeah.
They die. Yeah. They don't stay. They can't. They're like, oh, it's water. No, it isn't. It's poison. It's poison.
Wow.
So I rescue the frogs, and sometimes I'll show them to people. I'll say, look at the frog I rescued. I do that on YouTube. That's why my YouTube channel is such a success.
Because the frog rescues.
Yeah, I go, look, frog. This is a, and then I'll tell you what. I'll be like, this is a green leopard frog, and somebody will say, no, it is an asshole. It's a, Cope's gray tree frog, and I'm always wrong. And then I go into the pool filter. I pull it out, and there'll be like 5 or 6 frogs. They want out. They got caught in the filter. They need me. They're looking for me. They see me coming. They jump right into my hands.
Now, can they survive? Like how long exposed to chlorine?
Billy, if I'm not there by 10 a.m., they're dead.
Oh my goodness!
And there are times when I've slept in, and I run outside. It's 10:15,
and they're gone.
And they're gone. It's too late.
Oh.
And there's nothing. There's nothing. The day's off to a bad start. When you wake up and you failed your amphibian friends.
Yes.
So I try to get up early, break at dawn, get out there and save those frogs. And summertime is coming. The pool cover's coming off, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I'll make sure that I'm out there rescuing frogs and toads. Adam, all toads are frogs, but not all frogs are toads. Can you tell the difference between the two?
I was just about to ask you the question. How do you define the two?
Wait. All frogs are toads, but not all toads are frogs.
No, the other way around.
Other way around.
All toads are frogs.
Yes.
But not all frogs are toads.
Frog is a classification that includes toads, but they're not true frogs. True frogs swim. They have webbed feet. They have smooth skin.
Mm-hmm.
Frogs are bumpy. They don't really go into the water except to drink. They like to sit in puddles in order to absorb water through their skin. But frogs are bumpy land creatures. Like lizards, the difference between a lizard, which and the difference between a lizard and a salamander. Salamanders like the water. So we have both. We got frogs and toads. So you want to get the toads out of the chlorine as soon as possible. Yes, they get in there too.
Wow.
So that's what makes me happy.
It's amazing. The bullfrog looks like
this is amazing.
Yeah. It's not at all boring. You're not at all humoring me just because I'm a guest on your show. I appreciate it. But listen, when I catch a lot of frogs and save them, Adam, that's when I go to the casino.
Do you really?
And that's when you go.
Yeah.
That's the day.
It's a lucky day. Frogs represent good luck.
Now,
go to the casino.
Has Andrea fallen in love with the frogs now? Did she ever find a greater appreciation for the species?
I'd have to ask her. I don't want to speak for her. She's. I would never do that. I respect one woman. And I would never speak for her. But I do think that she likes frogs. Yeah, I think she's learned to really. Because she gets upset. She goes, "Did you save the frogs yet?" And I'm like, "I'm on my way." Wow. She cares.
Yeah. And we got a couple super chats.
I feel like I need to do a YouTube deep dive, Ethan, and see these videos of you holding this frog. I need to make.
You don't have to do too much. I mean, I'll show you right now. You want to read those super chats?
Yeah, let me do those super chats. So we got 200 Watt Studio. Thanks for the depressing Shane-like story, EVS.
Now, why do you say that? That was nothing like a Shane story.
Cat Pappy.
That had redemption.
Valdez D. Frank Red don't want to make an audio version of it, referencing your omnibus. And then we've got Well-Read User 1. Thanks for the $5 super chat. F off, Well-Read will live review She Return of the Warrior and She Haikyuu Thursday at 2315 hours Eastern Time. Call-ins open. Creators welcome extended.
Wow. I hope you like it. That's exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah, is that Saturday?
I mean,
is that cool? I mean, let's not humor everybody. Sometimes people super chat you and they have some idea, and you could just be like, you know what, that's dumb.
Well, I'm very curious.
And I'm not going to participate.
I'm curious to see.
Okay.
Sorry, Warren. I know all these people, so it's okay. All right, here we go. Here's a frog rescue vlog. Now, if you wouldn't mind sharing this, this is what a day in the life of me is. This is like a morning. All right, ready? Here we go.
Yes.
The lid's off already? We've already got That's Andrea. Frogs in there? Hear her? She's saying, I don't know if they're dead. Gotta rescue these frogs.
Oh, look at you, Rush.
Yeah. Mitch Buchanan.
They're at the... Oh.
I think the one on the top might be alive.
Yeah, he's alive. Come on out, buddy. See him?
Oh!
Wow.
It's dead?
I thought I saw a dead one. Oh, good. I'm glad there was one.
No, and look how little he is.
He's cute.
Yeah, now this one... Hold on a second.
Put him in here. I put a wet towel.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Don't go in that pool. Okay. So let's take a look at him. There he is. He looks good, right? He's still doing okay. Check the other side, you know. Lately, they seem to only be on this side. Oh, he's chirping. You hear that? Happy to see me. He's scared.
Great shot, too.
Yeah.
This is a leopard frog. Now, this time I'm sure. I read up about him. It's not a leopard frog. The weird thing is he doesn't have the dorsal ridges.
But this is a toad or a frog?
He's a frog. You can see his webbed feet. See that?
That's what does it. I gotcha.
Green frogs do. This guy has spots and no dorsal ridges, so I think this is a leopard frog. I was wrong. It wasn't a leopard frog. It's just a North American green frog. Okay, so looking at this photograph that I took of what I thought was the leopard frog, no, it's a green frog. I couldn't tell, but the photograph makes it pretty clear. He's got the light green kind of stripe by his nose, the light green white stripe under his eye and nose. And comic books, everyone. Ridges in the photograph. I couldn't see it when I was holding him. Very concerned. It's another green frog, which I guess often get confused for leopard frogs. By me. I'm the only one who confuses them.
Now, what kind of frog is Cyber Frog?
He would be that. Now, I'm running over here, Billy. They're like, oh my God, like the other one. It's blurry because I'm moving so fast. The other filter.
Well, it's more important to save him than to film it.
Yeah, yes. Well, I understand, but... Get in the pool again, dummy. There's a toad, and I got a fly. There he is.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do that. He's leaving. Come back out again. I'm trying to help you. Have to talk to him, let him know. I'm trying to help you, dude. Can you see
I can't believe this.
Flush him back in here. Gotcha.
Well done.
See. Emperor J. Bama fan. Thanks for $2 chat. EVS is a fat Steve Irwin.
Look at him go.
Wow.
Okay, go. All right, good. He's free.
They're so fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad. I can't believe it.
Emperor J. Listen to EVS huffing and wheezing in this video.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I'm panicked. You know, I want to save these frogs.
It's an emergency.
So that is, that's my day. That's what makes me happy is saving those frogs from the pool filter.
The real life cyber frog. The real life.
Some people say you're a hero. I say, thanks.
Jay Son of Cal says YouTube is trying to hide the kindness of EVS.
Oh.
Is it a form of
shadow ban the kindness?
Why? Why would they do that?
I think they want you to be a villain. They need you to be a villain.
Well, I never will be. And in the meantime, Starblades by Kyle Ritter. Starblades, we're fulfilling this right now. I hope that you backed Starblades, published by me and All Caps Comics. We were happy to do it. This campaign, an enormous success, raised over $210,000. And we think the next one's going to do even better.
Oh,
If you missed this one, we're going to a second printing. Kyle's already done the cover. Kyle wants me to do a cover. I'm like, geez, how busy I am. Oh, I will though, Kyle. I will do it. We'll put this campaign up on Indiegogo pretty soon so that you can get the second printing of the first issue of Starblades. Thank you.
Hey, Nile, can we show? There you go. No. There you go.
Bro, I got it. I got it. Come on. So, yeah, but you've got Creed is still up on Indiegogo.
So that's Creed. This is Trent Kanuga, who is a friend of mine from when I was first starting in comics. Am I echoing? Is there an echo?
Yeah, to get the volume.
There's an echo. Yeah.
Okay. Is it me or is it because it's still going? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, Trent Kanuga, Creed. We worked together in the indies way back in the early '90s, and he's a video game designer now, but he's bringing back Creed, and we're publishing it through All Caps Comics. In addition to that, it's called Creed Reimaginary. You're going to get 2 issues. In addition to that, we're also reprinting Cyberfrog versus Creed, which is from 1997. We're going to put it out in color for the first time, and we're calling it Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales #4. You can only get it on this campaign. Foil cover. It's going to be gorgeous, as all of our comics are. And support Trent Kanuga. Great fantasy story about, having a pet frog. So I already like it. And living in and being able to being a warrior on the dreamscape and an ordinary kid in real life. It's a very funny, very enjoyable story. I think people will dig it. Look at him with that dragon. His frog becomes a dragon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is the
really
shit.
Cool. That's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I see a lot of comments in the chat. I think YouTube's having an issue tonight on the viewers' end with buffering and stuff. So just let you guys know. Yeah, just keep refreshing. I see a notification in the studio that they're having issues. There's a banner that came up in the studio here.
Oh, great.
So
you show
where's Trent doing video games now? Where's he doing video games?
Well, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see Trent has his own studio, and he has worked on. There you go. Stop right there. Go back up. Go back up.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. The first paragraph that we write. What's Creed about? It says. No, there it is. He worked on League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Fortnite, Overwatch, Diablo 3. I mean, I only play
Activision Blizzard. I mean, the top. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's done a lot of the biggest video games out there.
Sure.
Keep him busy.
Wow. Nice. That's cool. And you're no stranger to games there, Adam.
No. In fact, I'm producing EA Plays live broadcast this year. I'm neck deep in it, but I've done a ton.
You got to get Matt Martin.
From Cyberpunk 2077 to Call of Duty. I've done so many, yeah.
That's awesome. And then you got Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt this morning and just seeing where he was with Snowman. He's working on it. He's working really hard on it.
Yeah,
Snowman is. Oh, like you should talk to him if you can get him to come on. He's doing the story of an angered Native American spirit that is killing, people who killed his ancestors. And he takes the form of a man of snow, the snow creature here. His name's Black Dog. There he is, there with that big hand. He's an Indian spirit, as they say, or they would have said in 1980 before that became on PC. But he's called Black Dog. He is the stuff of nightmares. You can see. Look how good Matt's artwork is.
Yeah, I know.
He really is great. It really is.
It's epic.
He's writing it. All of this is so good. The art is just amazing. Very, very proud. I mean, look, we want to make sure that All Caps Comics is always the mark of quality, the very best comics, the most fun. And so Matt definitely fits right in. There's a variant cover by Trent Kanuga. Because again, we're the three of us worked together from the very start. So it's fun to see Trent draw his character.
Yeah, I love how you guys were all indie creators. That's how you broke in with your own.
There we are.
Your own,
There they are right there.
Wow.
That's us as kids, with our comic books. Things have changed. Not much has changed. Hair. I haven't aged a bit. Yeah.
Great hair.
No, not at all.
But sure, look at this. Kyle Ritter colored that awesome piece. Yeah.
It's beautiful. No, I backed this book as well. And I feel like I agree with what you're saying. Like there's this level of quality and aesthetic that comes across in these campaigns that just leaps off the page, right? It leaps off the screen, I guess you should say, and you want to take the ride.
Yeah, we just want people to be excited about these franchises. My whole view about comics is that they should only come out once a year, but we should have All Caps Comics should have 12 series. There should be one comic book coming out every single month. There should be a campaign always being funded, A new campaign shipping every month. But if if you back Snowman, you're waiting for Snowman 2 because you just read Snowman 1. You wait a year. Just like Harry Potter novels, just like movies, like movie series. We build anticipation, we build excitement, and therefore, hopefully, it's an experiment, but so far it's working. Hopefully, we keep people interested in our stories. This is Rainbow the Brute, fairy tale satire for real men.
Yes.
No pussies allowed, none. You guys, this is going to be so much fun. Honestly, I think mostly I'm hearing from girls. Because girls grew up with the characters that these are satirizing, and they can't wait to read this.
Yeah.
This is
Show
Rainbow.
the video?
Yeah, you can show the video.
And with only a book a month, comes a new one comes out every year. Ethan, how many pages are you thinking you're dropping with each one of those? Or I know warts and all is like 400, but on the regular.
Well, I'm thinking 48-page stories, although those end up being bigger, plus a bonus comic that's about 20 pages. So, I end up drawing about 70 pages a year. And because that's, it's still a lot. People don't know how hard it is to draw a comic page. But it's I'm able to focus more and concentrate more quality, drawing the best stuff that I possibly can. We're playing the long game here. I want to create comic books that are so good that when we put the trade paperbacks together, 4 issues, we're selling them in Barnes & Noble. Easily. We want to compete with manga. We want these books to last forever. These are not periodicals. They're permanent, permanent stories. So that's where, my thinking is. And I think people are kind of changing the way that they consume comic books to go along with that, which is good. I think the crowdfunding model is going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely it's the boutique stuff, it really is catering to the fans what they want and giving them something special. And I think with crowdfunding, right, the way you just said how you're doing it is really probably the proper way to go, because you're not going to be wanting to be producing all these floppies and trying to get them out. Make it a substantial piece, so they get that issue. Then next month they get to go to another series you have, and so on. And then it resets the next year. So it kind of gives you something to look forward to, but still being fed different stories in the meantime.
Well, I think that also too, it's the same thing in film and TV, and with comics, right? And it's I can't read 75 comics this month. You're going to read only so many, and the quality value is just so much higher because there's so much available. It's nice to feel man, the 2 or 3 or 4 whatever you're going to read that month are unforgettable.
Yeah, I really felt like from the very start, it's even when I was working at DC, my ambition was to create a comic book that got read twice. It's because most 90% of the comics that I read, I'm going to read once and never again. They're disposable. But if you can create a comic book that somebody reads once and then puts it down and goes, I want to revisit that, I want to read that again, look at it a second time, you've created something that's close to a classic comic book. So that's what we aspire to do. We're trying to create things that you're going to read over and over again. We're creating comic books that reward repeated readings. And hopefully some rich characters, some fun, some neat concepts that inspire fan art. That's the other thing. Cyberfrog and Rainbow the Brute get ridiculously awesome fan art like I've never seen. And that's how you're connecting with an audience, when you've got people drawing your characters for free. Huge, just huge.
That's awesome, man. And 200 Watt Studio, thank you for a $2 check. Gail Simone was not EVS's white whale, for information, guys. But I got a question. So you get a lot of fan stuff in, right? You ever consider maybe compiling all those amazing fan arts and maybe doing a little book or something, like an add-on for any of the campaigns?
No, I don't think so. It's I really believe in paying people. I don't know how it would properly find and compensate a lot of people who did fan art for me. There have been a couple of occasions where the fan art was so good that I purchased it. I just went, I'm buying the rights to this so that I can publish it. And in one case, Jose Garcia, who I think is watching right now, he did this. He's just awesome. He did this piece of Lily, Heather Swain's daughter, crouching in the woods, hiding from some Vespis, and it was all black and white except she was wearing red and the Vespis eyes were red, and it was the most striking piece of artwork. that I wanted to own it. I wanted to be able to publish it, but also it inspired a book. I want to actually do an entire book based on that piece of artwork. Ooh. So it's kind of a neat way. People are always like, how can I submit to All Caps Comics? And how can I don't want to hear anyone else's ideas. That's I ignore them all. It's important that you do for legal reasons. But I mean, if you it is possible, obviously, to do such good artwork, to do such good fan art of our characters, that we just go, you're hired. You know, that's kind of the way most people break into comics anyway.
So
let's do this.
I'll play the video for Rainbow the Brute.
I love this video.
They're not going to let you. You got it's muted.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
The last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo.
Choke slam a unicorn.
We had to make T-shirts of that. People liked it so much, so we made a T-shirt that said "Choke slam a unicorn." And one of the things that we're wait a second, let me see if I can find it. One of the things that we're making, I'm echoing again.
You got to stop sharing. It's great, I think.
I did stop sharing.
Okay.
Oh, it might
be good now.
Well, one of the things that we're making severed unicorn head pencil toppers, and these are very important. I think that everybody wants these. People need to have severed unicorn pencil head toppers. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me just. And these are the ones without the blood. I don't want to scare anyone in the audience right now. If kids are watching right now, I don't want to scare them. So these are the images without the blood spatter on them, if you would share. So we're going to be giving these away with Rainbow the Brute with your order. You're going to be able to get one of these severed unicorn. As you can see, just imagine this with blood spattered all over it. That's what it's going to be. And also the eyes are going to go crooked because they're dead. And maybe an X over the eye in one case. We're going to have 4 different variant versions of this. They're going to be scented like strawberry, and they are going to be horrific. They're anatomically correct if you look at their severed head part. You can see their windpipe. You can see their, their, whatchamacallit. What are the bones?
Trachea, neck bones? Or?
Your neck bones. I could have come up with that. But, yeah, you can see all of that in there. It's pretty funny. So, look, we're working really hard. I don't think anybody has ever made severed unicorn head pencil toppers as good as these. Like, quality is job one for All Caps Comics. So,
well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hey, Ethan, just I know that we have you for over an hour already, but you see a lot of talk about film, a lot of video, film, video games, things like that. Anything on the horizon for you and your creations, all caps?
No.
No, huh? Really? I would be sure that someone's coming after you now for a movie for Cyber.
Of course not, Billy. Part of being canceled is just accepting the fact that you are canceled, and it's like I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for a movie or a TV show. I'm not looking for anything that social justice warriors can target with ad campaigns, targeted harassment campaigns to get me canceled even further. In fact, if somebody said I want to do a Cyberfrog TV show, I would say no. No, I'm not. You can't do that. You have to protect yourself from these things. This is how serious the culture war is.
Yeah.
Anyone who said they were going to make a Cyberfrog TV show would be targeted. Yeah. And that show would be canceled, and the news story would be, "We got Ethan." So it's like there's going to be nothing like that. Everything that I do, I will do by myself. If we want to make an animated show, we're going to do it ourselves, and we're going to put it up on YouTube, and we're going to monetize it behind a paywall, and we're going to actually be able to be in control of every aspect of Cyberfrog. When the world returns to normal, when social justice warriors have been shamed as the monsters that they are, they don't exist anymore, then maybe things will return to normal and something rational like a Cyberfrog TV show or movie could happen. But until then, I recommend that we stay away from these people and we do everything on our own, that we build our own platforms and that we build everything by ourselves. Why couldn't we do that? Of course we could do that. No, we don't need anyone else.
So it's almost like going into battle, and when you accept the fact that you're already dead, then then you'll be able to perform.
Of course. Count on your audience. Grow your audience. Mm-hmm. You don't have to use a big corporation to gather your audience for you.
Yeah,
you can do it yourself. I'm out there, doing my best to reach more people. The word of mouth for Cyberfrog has been great. Word of mouth for Starblades is getting there. It's going to be great as well. And we aren't going to need other people. We're just not. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're going.
I think it's a really powerful position. It's when you stop needing anyone else that you can really feel free as a creative, and also too, it's when the great work happens, and also too, I think the best outcome will happen because you're steering your own ship. I back that.
We have to do it. We have no choice, because if this is the state of the world and culture forever, our choice is to either submit or to build something new. And what we're doing right now is no different than what Stan Lee did in 1961, finding comics taken over, this time by arch conservatives with the Comics Code, and the silliness of the comics that were coming out post the William Gaines cancellation. And that's what that was. They canceled him and destroyed his business, the EC Comics. Mm-hmm. Stan Lee wanted to quit, and his wife told him, just try it once on your own before you do. Just try it your way. Mm-hmm. And he came up with Fantastic Four, #1. Yeah. So let that be an inspiration to you. We can't change the world. We literally can, but we have to be brave enough to do it. And I find myself in a position right now, a very enviable position, where I'm able to do my own comic books and reach a large audience and inspire other people to do the same. If you aren't going to stand up as a creative person right now and try to make your own stuff and build your own platform and take power away from these social parasites, these radicals who have infested and destroyed the things that we love, then just accept what's given to you. Accept Rose Tico, accept Rian Johnson's Star Wars.
Right.
Accept Marvel Comics being a nonstop virtue signal campaign for the far left. Accept all these things. That's what you have. That's what you get.
Mm-hmm. And that's what and that's what you deserve if you do accept it.
That's what you deserve. That's all you. Don't complain. Don't complain unless you're going to stand up and build something on your own, and then you can complain. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I just want to bitch. That's what it comes down to.
Bitch all the way to the bank.
No, I mean this is the magic, and whether or not anybody agrees or disagrees, like this is the stance of the true creative, the true fighter, and how all the stories are told. And I often think, it's like you're saying earlier, it's like you work at AT&T and you're complaining about indie guys who, do small number of sales or packing their books in their own garage. That's punk rock. If you work for AT&T and Disney, you are not punk rock anymore. Right. You're not cutting edge. You are not like the guy, he's got the cool stuff. You're not. You're just in a suit and tie like you were in the 50s, except the suit looks different.
You're riding on the back of a crocodile. That's what you're doing. And the time will come when he's going to whip around and he's going to eat you up too. You're better off at this point rejecting these big corporations and taking what's left of your life. If you've devoted 25 years or 30 years, like me and Billy have, to mainstream comics, to giving all of our ideas to big corporations, and then one day you wake up and go, I have nothing. I took a paycheck. I don't own Atrocitus. I don't own the Red Lanterns. I don't own any of this stuff I created. If you're satisfied with that, I'll donate to your GoFundMe when you need medical help. I'll donate to it. But you could have done better than that. And this is a clarion call. This is a warning. Now is the time. There is no excuse not to do this. The internet has made it so that there is crowdfunding, there is YouTube, there's every avenue for you to promote yourself. There's every avenue for you to self-fund and get funded. If you are still working for these big corporations and giving your lifeblood to them every single day.
For what?
At some point, people are going to stop feeling sorry for you.
Yeah.
Stand up, create something new. Spider-Man's he's had enough stories.
Yeah.
It's been enough Spider-Man shit. Do something new.
Yeah, create the new myths.
You like you
were saying in the beginning, right? Create your own.
It's the new myths. It's the new myths. Yep.
Yeah.
So with the growth of all caps comics, though, I mean, are you, now that other fans are out there, other creators are seeing that you're publishing other books within there, are you getting people reaching out like, hey, will you publish my book or things like that?
Yeah. Cool, but I mean, we're selective. We want the best of the best. We don't want everybody, and we're going to tell almost everybody no. I know who I want to publish, and I'm reaching out to those people. Getting Dale Keown was huge. I can't even tell you how, and he came to me. It's like that was enormous. And frankly, I have everything that I want except for a Todd McFarlane cover, and I will get that too.
Well, I think you should get that. I think you should get. There was talk about on the show about that Scott Campbell cover, and he gave you an exorbitant price. What did he offer you? Like 6 figures, and he'll do it. Mm-hmm. If you did it, you would make that money back.
Well, he can go F himself. He is. He's out there trying to appease the leftists who are trying to cancel him, and they're really trying to cancel him. And they've tried now 3 or 4 times, and I've seen it happen. And he continues to have a good sense of humor about it while he's continuing to allow them to make this statement about him. Yeah. I don't think he likes me very much. I don't stand for what Ethan stands for. That's apparent to me. That is clear. But no, I don't want to work with someone who doesn't agree with me. I don't want to. They're going to have to come around.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Sure. Life is way too short to have total creative roadblock. It's miserable.
They're not worth your time.
Now is the time. Now is the time to stand up. Somebody like him, he's got all this power. You want to just appeal? You want to appease these guys? I mean, he embarrasses them a little bit. He plays footsie with them. But I would just tell them I would not play games with them, and I would if I were him.
Well, that's a lot of them. And you were saying that the people that were telling in that Comicsgate was a hate group of the same people that are attacking him.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to attack him, but not only are they trying to attack him personally, he should see this. Like, his brand is sexy, cutesy, like PG-rated Disney princess, and that is too much for them. Yeah. Like, these people, the people who pushed us out of comics, conservatives out of comics, are going to push him out next. They're the ones that are making the choices for everybody else about what can be, what level of sexiness is permitted in comics. Sorry, I know this is your show.
Yeah,
I won't curse.
Yeah. You can curse.
These people. Yeah. F them. They deserve no mercy. None of these people, they don't deserve any respect. We shouldn't be trying to have a conversation with them. We should just tell them, go F yourselves. Mm-hmm. We know what your agenda is. You're not speaking for the consumer. You're not going to tell people what they're allowed to enjoy. You're not going to put artificial limits on Cheesecake in comics. No. So that's my thing. And when J. Scott Campbell stands up to that, I'll be proud of him. Why is Ethan still talking? Shut up, Andino.
Yeah, come on. This is great. Well, Scala?
I know it is a hilarious conversation considering the amount of people on Instagram and the available images available that's consumed by 2.5 billion people every day. It seems a little absurd.
Yeah. Well, once you realize those people don't matter, which they don't. If you allow that, if you allow them to cancel you, then they'll cancel you.
Yeah,
you can't go fuck themselves, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we can't allow it. I mean, what sells comics? Comics have always been naughty. They need to be violent. They need to be sexy, and there should be no limit on that. Yeah. There should be. We used to have the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund that would push back on people who were trying to set limits on what could be permitted in comics. I don't know where they are. Where's the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund right now? Yeah. I guess they're just figuring there's no legal threat to J. Scott Campbell. There's just a social threat, so nobody wants to do anything about it. But I do. I think what J. Scott Campbell is doing is fun. I think his comics are loved. People like them, and he should be allowed to make them. And
absolutely.
People shouldn't tolerate this. They just shouldn't tolerate it.
Yep.
No, it's escapism. I mean, it's the same circle we go in, right? Just talking about the books and what they're doing. It's escapism. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exaggerated. It's, you know, some stuff's not supposed to make sense. You know, that's the whole point. It's called entertainment. We're entertaining ourselves. And it is. It's art. It's entertainment. There's to it. Like, again, you know, I love what you're doing, though. You really are a true inspiration. You know, we have your back on anything that you're doing and how you're erecting. And
thank you, erecting.
Yes.
I like
erecting
that.
And keeping the fans
Erecting, not
satisfied.
expanding. Expanding is out. Erecting is in.
That's right. I know I'm a loudmouth. I know I say things rather directly, but you know, I feel like this needs to be said, and I feel like a lot of people are afraid to say these things. And
this is the great
I have nothing to
Renzini.
lose.
Yeah,
Ethan,
this is the great Renzini, who's a fantastic artist in his own right, and a friend of mine, and we were talking about that, about the Scott Campbell cover.
Yeah.
I think he just wants a Scott Campbell, Heather Swain cover.
Yeah, a lot of people
I don't
want
think it's
that.
going to happen, Mike. I don't think it's going to happen to great Renzini. Never.
Not never. Never say never, but
Never
I mean,
say never.
not right now. Not right now.
Yeah. Nice.
Todd
While the
McFarlane.
madness is circulating and dominating the airwaves, and thankfully not the pocketbook or the purse strings, but they're out of control. They need to be duck stick slammed.
Duck stick slammed.
That's so weird.
The thing is so fucking weird, but I want it.
stick?
You gotta freaking find someone to like.
I had to
mold
do
that
this,
thing.
Ethan. I try to match your duck face with our fulfillment battles. I can't do it, so I had to bring out the big gun. I had to bring out the duck stick. There's duck face. There's Tucci's duck's face.
The first time I ever go to this dude's house, he's like, "Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, Deb Niles here, blah, blah, blah." And then he just looks at me and goes, "You want to see my duck stick?" I'm like, "Sure." And he goes and he pulls out the fucking duck stick. I'm like, "That's creepy as shit."
Kill a mofo.
Who says that day one?
You want to see my
Who
duck
says
stick?
that?
I'm like, "All right, yeah, let's check it out."
Bika
Can mass
did
produce
death
those?
with this.
We should mass produce that thing.
Make
It's
sure
cool.
everyone has a duck stick.
Hell yeah.
There's only one duck stick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, Ethan, man, thanks so much for
Yeah.
hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad to be asked. What
Yeah.
a fun show. Great conversation, gentlemen.
Yeah, you're fantastic, buddy. We're real proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Everybody out there, All Caps Comics has a lot of campaigns running right now. He's got Snowman. He's got Creed. He's got Rainbow Brute. Starblades is still in demand, right?
No,
it's over.
But
So
it will
it's-
be. I'm holding this up saying, get ready. This is coming to
Yeah.
your mailbox.
Yeah.
We will do a second printing cover soon, but we're going to do an Indiegogo campaign for it. So keep your eye open for that.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Second print coming.
There you
Cool.
go.
All right.
Wait,
everyone.
hang on.
Build the empire.
I grabbed the wrong
Build
thing.
empire.
Sorry. I saw the year of fraud. The year of here. Look at this.
You're a frog
the
The year
filmer.
of fraud filming.
Frog
Nice.
filament.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, hey, good
Yeah,
luck
I
with
don't know if you did
everything.
that.
Love
Thank
watching the erection of your warehouses and everything. And it's
You
really
are
awesome.
loving that too much.
You are stiff competition, my friend, for all those creators out there that just don't have the balls like you to do what you're doing. So let's keep it up. And
Did you write this ahead of time? This is too
No.
good. You're
No,
doing.
this is me,
keep
bro.
going.
This is me. You're getting the full force of it, you know?
All right.
Coming right at you like a fist. But no, man, awesome stuff. Next time we'll hang out on your show and have a good time. And yeah, man, that's really cool. I have to, It really truly is. All seriousness, really inspiring. You know, I watch what you're doing. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get my shit in gear. You know, because I want to go. I've already rolled in a lot of poison ivy, and I have more to roll in. But it's definitely worth it. So kudos to you, man, and thanks for coming on.
You bet.
And thanks for all the new viewers out there, the new subscribers, all the super chats. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
We hope you guys can join us for more shows, and we'll see you all on the next one.
Absolutely.
Have a good one,
Thanks,
everyone.
bro.
See ya.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, EVS.
Correct.
Sorry.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on PopXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the PopXP and over on Instagram at the PopXP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.